Hello students, as in this lecture we're gonna see the sums based on the exercise number 1.2. Before that we'll see the concept, the formula based on exercise number 1.2. As first chapter, as I told, out of two exercise, the second exercise it is very important as board point of view. And in the second exercise when you will see there are 10 to 15 sums, and we'll try to divide this 10 to 15 sum into two groups. One group will be based on this formula, and the second group will be based on the formula as well as there is a proper steps which you have to follow. Okay, so your first 7 to 8 sums it is based on the formula. Just you have to read and understand the question, and you have to guess for that particular question what values are given, whether it is given SG, PW, TD. Okay, so before that you must know about this shortcut. What do you mean by SG? What is the meaning of PW, TD? So here on the right hand side I had mentioned everything about the short form. What is SG, what is PW? Okay, so there are 10 to 15 sums, so we'll divide the sums into two group. First 7 to 8 sums based on the formula. The next 7 to 8 sums it is based on the formula as well as there is a proper steps which you have to follow. Okay, so without knowing what is the meaning of this shortcut, and without knowing the formula we cannot able to solve our first slot, that is first 7 to 8 sums. Okay, so first we'll see the name of this word, the full form of this short words. ST. Your SG is known as sum due. So whenever in the question it says that if the sum due is rupees 4,000, that means it is that 4,000 is the value of ST. Or if it says that find sum due, that means you have to find SD. Okay. PW means present worth. TD, it is true discount. Okay. BD, it is banker discount. CV, cash value. FV, face value. BG, banker gain. Okay, this much only it is there in the exercise. Sum due, present worth, true discount, banker discount, cash value, face value, and banker gain. So remember, sum due is SD, present value is PW, true discount is 3D, banker discount is BD, cash value is CV, face value is FV, and banker gain is BG. Okay, so now let's focus on the formula first. Okay, so your first 3 4 sums it is based on this two important formula. So the first one is what we'll write here: sum due is equals to PW plus TD. What is the formula? Sum due is equals to PW plus TD. First 3 4 sums are based on these two formulas. Okay, so here we'll say that these two formulas are very important. So second formula here it is what? TD. TD stand for what? True discount. It is PW into N into R upon 100. Okay, so this formula when you have to apply, when you have out of this three value any two value it is given in the question. Okay, and when this formula you have to apply whenever out of this four values any three values given. So this sum actually it is based on number of years and number of periods and the rate of interest. Whenever you have the rate of interest PWTD, you have to apply this formula, and this formula out of this three value we must require any two to find the third one. Yes or no? Okay, so this two will play an important role for the first 3 to 4 sum. So what is the formula? It says that SD equals to PW plus TD. What is SD? It is sum due. What is PW? Present worth. What is TD? True discount. Okay, here n number of period and R is what? Rate of interest. And see to it that here in this exercise n maybe for each and every sum n will be mentioned in month and rate will be with respect to per annum. Now listen here, the number of period is in month and the rate of interest it is per annum. So see to that you have to convert the number of period month into year. Okay, so it is very simple to convert a given month into year. Simply just by dividing it by 12 it will get converted into years. For example, if I say n is equals to 6 month, if you want to convert this month into year, so simply what you will do, you will divide this number by 12, so it will get converted into years. So this will be what, n equals to 1 upon 2 years. Okay, it is compulsory that for this exercise you have to convert the value of n in years if it is mentioned in month. Okay, so now these two are the important formula. Yes or no? Okay, so now listen here. Suppose here we have the value of TD. TD equals to PW into N into R upon 100. Suppose if I substitute this TD value here, so this will be what PW will keep as it is. In place of TD, we'll write PW into R in N into R upon 100. Okay. Now listen here. Can I say here PW will remove common? So inside the bracket here PW is outside, so we'll write 1. Here PW is outside, so here we left with N into R upon 100. Just bracket open and see. PW into 1 you will get PW plus PW into N into R upon 100. So here we got one more formula for ST, that is PW 1 plus N into R upon 100. Okay, so these three formulas are very important. The first one is HD equals to PW plus TD. The second one is TD equals to PW into N into R upon 100. And the next one is SD equals to PW 1 plus N into R upon 100. So it is very important that you must know the formula, by heart the formula, and you must know which formula you have to apply for which question. Okay, just by reading the question you will come to know, yes, this formula we have to apply for this question, this formula we have to apply for this question. Okay, for that you need a practice. Okay, so done with the first three formula. The next we'll move on to the next one. The fourth one is what? The fourth one is BD is equals to FV minus CV. So BD is what? BD is what? Banker discount. FV face value and CV cash value. Okay, now listen here. In the question sometime in place of FV they will give SD also. So remember, in this chapter SG and face value are the one and the same. Basically it is one and the same, not exact but one and the same. Okay, sometime in the question they will say that BD you have to find and you have SD and CV. You can apply the same formula to get the answer. Okay, remember this. In place of FV here I wrote that in place of FV you can write SG also. Okay, now with the help of this formula we can generate two more formulas. Okay, now listen here. We'll bring this CV to the left hand side and bring this BD to the right hand side. So here we got one more formula. Yes or no? Understood? In place of FV we can write SG also. Okay, we can generate one more formula. Keep this FV this side, bring this CV to the left hand side. So here we got three formula. So it is not compulsory that you have to buy all the three formulas, just you have to buy the first one. The first one is enough, okay, to generate the remaining two formulas. Okay, now after that here we have one more formula for BD. This BD formula it is with respect to N and R. So whenever you have N and R you will apply this formula and see to it that sometime in place of SD you can write FV also. Remember this. Okay, so here we have two formula for BD. Okay, so you must know which formula when we have to apply. Common sense. Whenever you have N and R, you will apply this formula. Whenever you have FV and CV, you will apply the first one. Okay, now remember, in place of FV we can write it as SD, or in place of SG we can write as FV. Okay, so this was the fifth formula. The next one, sixth one, BD is equals to BG plus TD. So BD stand for what? Banker discount. BG stand for what? Banker gain. TD stand for true discount. So this formula when to apply, whenever out of this three value we have to find, out of this three value we have to find any one. Okay, out of this three values, suppose two values is given and we have to find the third one. So you will apply this formula, and with the help of this formula we can generate two more formulas. Yes or no, as we did here. Okay, it is not compulsory that you have to generate the formula. You can remember this one formula also. Here also this one formula is enough, as here I had generated, so here also you can generate two more formulas. Okay, not necessary actually. Okay, so now let's move on to the next formula. Number seventh is what? BG, banker gain, is TD into N into R upon 100. What is the formula? BG equals to TD into N into R upon 100. Okay, again same this formula when you will apply, when you have BG TD, BG TD, N and R. Yes or no? Now listen here, as we know that BD is equals to BG plus TD. Okay, or else this we can write as what? TD plus BG. It is one and the same. Yes or no? One and the same. Now listen here, now I will keep this TD as it is. In place of BG I will substitute this formula. So TD into N into R upon 100. So as we did here, we removed PW as common, so here we'll remove TD as common. So here you will get one more formula, TD is outside, so here we left with 1 plus N into R upon 100. So here we got one more formula for BD. BD is equals to TD 1 plus N into R upon 100. Okay, just go through this video one more time. Go through this section. Okay, what I had explained, how I had generated this formulas. Okay, go through the video one more time. You will come to know. Okay, exactly how to frame the formula, how to generate the formula, and what do you mean by SD, PW, TD. Everything I had mentioned on the right hand side. So once again we'll see, SG is sum due, PW is present worth, TD is through discount, BD is banker discount, CW is cash value, FV is face value, BG is banker gain. So these are the 7 to 8 formulas which we have to apply for the first 7 to 8 sums. Even for the all the sums, okay, I will say for 15 sums we have to apply this formula, but the first 7 sums it is exactly based on the formula. Just you have to read and understand the question, and you have to apply the suitable formulas. And next 7 to 8 sums are what? Okay, it is based on the formula as well as a proper steps are there, so that we'll see afterwards. So that's why only I told that the second exercise will divide into two group. One, first 7 to 8 sums it is based on formula, and next 7 to 8 sums it is based on formula as well as a proper steps are there. Okay, so let's begin with the sums now. This was the concept, this was the formula based on the second exercise. Out of two exercise uh, of chapter number 1, the second one is very important exercise. Okay, remember this. So let's move on to the sums now. So let's focus on the first one. So in the first question it says that what is the present worth of sum of rupees 10,920 due 6 month ends at 8% per annum simple interest. Okay, so it says that what is the present worth. So that means present worth means what? We have to find PW, yes or no? We have to find PW, yes or no? Then of a sum of rupees, sum due, so that means this part is what? SD, given that is 10,920, 6 month, that is the value of n, and the value of n it is mentioned in month. As just now only I had explained, whenever it is mentioned in month you have to convert that month into years. Hence at 8%, 8% is what the rate of interest. Okay, so here we have to find PW. So first we'll write the solution, the data, what all things it is given in the question. So after reading the question we come to know that here we have the sum due. Okay, sum due rupees 10,920, and we have the value of n, that is 6 month, and we know that we have to convert that month into years. Simply divide it by 12, so it will get converted into years. So 6 ones are 6 twos are, so 1 by 2. Okay, and here we have the rate of interest, that is 8% per annum. Okay, and we have to find what? We have to find PW. Okay, now simply we have to guess the formula, which formula we have to apply. Okay, so suppose for SG is given, SG. So here we have SG and here we have SG, yes or no? So if we apply this formula, common sense, we require the value of, as we have to find PW, so we require the value of SD and TD. Can you see TD anywhere in the question? It is given? No. So I guess the guessing for us for this sum, if we apply this formula, it will be incorrect. Okay. So let's see for this. If we apply this formula, as clearly we can see that SG here we have in this two section. Okay, if we apply this formula, SG equals to PW, we have to find. So SG it is there, N it is there, R it is there, so easily we can find PW. Okay, so for this sum we have to apply this formula instead of this. For this, if you are applying, what will happen? We require first TD value, so you will apply the formula of TD, then you will substitute the value of TD, then only you will get the answer. After that also we don't have the value of TD. At a time in max we can find only one answer. We cannot find the two answer at a time. Okay, so the best solution is what? For this sum, instead of using the first formula, we'll apply this formula. Okay, SG and this SG are same, but this formula it is with respect to PD and TD. As I clearly mentioned, whenever you have these three values, out of this three value, two values given and third one you have to find. And this formula when you have to apply everything I had mentioned. Okay, so now we come to the conclusion that we'll apply this formula to get the answer. Okay, so SD is equals to PW 1 plus N into R upon 100. Yes or no? So therefore here we have the value of SG, that is 10920, equals to, we want to find PW. We'll keep this one as it is. N is what? 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 means what? 1 will be in the numerator and 2 will go down in the denominator with 100. Remember this. Okay, as we'll substitute the value of n 1 by 2. So 1 will be in the denominator and 2 will go numerator. Sorry, 1 will be in the numerator and 2 will go to the denominator with 100. Remember, okay, remember this. Okay, so R is what? 8. So now So 2 ones are 2 fours are, here we can cancel this number, yes or no? Okay, so here further 4 ones are 4 25s are, so therefore 10920 equals to PW. Here we left with what? 1 plus 1 upon 25, yes or no? So therefore 10920 equals to PW. Okay, here nothing is there, so we can write 1, so cross it. So here you will get 25 ones are 25 plus 1, 26 upon 25, yes or no? So after this 10920, this 25 will move, it will go up in the numerator, and this 26 will come down, equals to PW. Now simply multiply this two number and divide it by 26. So here 10920 into 25. So multiply and check. So here you will get 25 2. So this will be 273 000. So here you will get 273 000 divided by 26 equals to PW. Reduce the number or directly you divide it by 26. So 26 ones are 26. Okay, so your 0 will get 335 and 20 will come. So here we left with what? 10500. So here we got the answer for PW. So therefore here we can write what? The present worth of a sum of rupees 10920 due 6 month at 8% per annum simple interest is rupees 10500. So in this way you have to frame your sum. Just it is very simple, just you have to read and understand the question, and whatever the data it is given, just mention that first, and you have to click which formula we have to apply. So once again we'll see what is the present worth. That means we have to find PW of sum due. Sum is here and due is this side. So it means this sentence, it says that the sum due is what? 10,920 and 6 month. As per the rule in this exercise, we have to convert, wherever you see month you have to convert that month into years. Okay, and rate is what? 8%. Okay, so after this the guessing part is very important, which formula it will come for the particular question. As for this formula we require this three value. Okay, out of these three values, suppose if you want to find PW, at least we required SG and TD. So as clearly we can see that TD it is not mentioned in the question. So we come to the conclusion that, so instead of applying this formula we'll apply this one, as we have SG also, N also, R also. So this part will be very simple. Simply apply the formula, substitute the value, a basic calculation, cross multiplication, okay, shifting, then you will get your answer. So in this way you have to find your answer. So let's move on to the next sum. Okay, so here the next sum, it says that what? Okay, so now we'll move on to the next one. It says that what is the sum due? What is the sum due? That means we have to find ST of rupees 8,000 due. N is given. Rate of interest we have 12.5 simple interest. Okay, we have to find ST. We have to find SG. So just now only we saw to find SG or SG is given. Here we have two formulas, two important formula. Okay, further we cannot see SG anywhere because SG here it is replaced by FV. So two important formula to find SG is what? This one, these two formulas, yes or no? We know that for this formula we required PW and TD, and for this we required PW. Okay, now remember when you will apply this formula, ST and PW are the two things, it will be in rupees, rest N will be in years, R will be in percentage. and it is common sense. Out of this two value, if SD is given, then you have to find PW. Suppose PW is given, so of course we have to find SG. So here we have to find SG. So of course this 8,000, it will be what? It will be the value of PW. Remember this, okay? So we come to the conclusion that we have to apply out of this two formula any one. For this we required at least two value. Out of this two value, if we have any two, out of this four values, if we have N, R, PW also, we can able to find this answer. And we know that when you will apply this formula, these two are the only things it is in rupees. So as we have to find SG, so of course this number, it will be what? PW. So we'll start with the solution. So in this way you have to guess the values, okay, guess the data. So therefore PW is equals to rupees 8,000, N equals to 4 month, so 4 upon 12 years, so this can be written as what? 1 by 3. Okay, then after that rate of interest is what? 12.5%. Okay, so can I write this 12.5 just to make the sum easy? 12.5 as 25 by 2, because 25 upon 2 will be what? 12.5 only. Got the point? Understood? Okay, so whenever it is in decimal, try to convert a decimal into fraction to just to make the sum easy. Okay, so now after this we'll apply this formula as SD is equals to PW 1 plus N into R upon 100. So your PW is what? 8,000. 1 plus N is what? 1 by 3. So 1 will be in the numerator and 3 will be with 100 in the denominator. R is what? 25 upon 2. So 25 will be in the numerator and 2 will be in the denominator. Remember this, whenever you have the fraction like this, so this 1 will be in the numerator and this 2 will goes in the denominator. Remember this, okay? So 8,000, 1 plus, okay, so we can cancel this number. 25 ones are 25, 4 side is 100, 3 fours are 12, 12 twos are 24, so 1 upon 24. So here we left with 8,000 and nothing is there, so we can write as 1, cross it. So 24 plus 1, this will be what? 25 upon 24. So here we left with what? 8,000 into 25 upon 24. Simply multiply 8,000 with 25. Okay, so 25 8s are, here you will get 200 and 3, this 30 will come. So 8,000 into 25, here you will get 2 lakh divided by 24. Okay, if you want you can reduce this number. 2 12s are to 1 lakh. Okay, 2 6 are 2, 50s are 2, 3s are 2, 25s are, yes or no? Okay, so after this 3 ones are 3, 8s are 24, so you will left with 1, 3s are 9, left with 1, 3s are 9, 3s are, so here the answer here you will get what? 8333.33 recurring goes on. So we can stop our answer. So here we got the answer for SG as 8,333.33 rupees. So in the final step you can write that the sum due is rupees 8,333.33 rupees. So in this way you have to present your sum. I hope you all understood the first two sum of your exercise. Okay, as these two sums actually it is there in the exercise. Okay, the first which we saw, it was your first sum and this was your second sum of your exercise. Okay, if I feel that the similar types of the sums are there, so please, that similar types of the sums you have to try by yourself. And if there is any change, if I feel there is something change in the question, so that part I will explain. And if I feel that the sums are similar, almost same to the previous sums, so that sum you have to tackle it by yourself. Okay, take that sum as homework. So let's move on to the next one. I hope you all understood the first two sums as well as the concept based on the second exercise. And out of two exercise, remember the second exercise will play an important role in the board exam. I hope you all understood all the concept which I had explained in this video lecture, even about the meaning of the word also. The full form of ST is what? Sum due. PW is present worth, TD is true discount, BD is banker discount, CV is cash value, FV is face value, BG is banker gain. So, and here I had explained everything how you got and how to generate the formula. Yeah, we took two examples. Okay, so in the next video lecture we're gonna see next 3-4 sums. Okay, as I told in the exercise there are 15 sums. The first 7 to 8 sums it is based on the formula, and the next 7 to 8 sums it is based on the formula as well as there is a pattern, there is a steps which you have to follow. Okay, I hope you all understood the first two sums. So in the next video lecture we're gonna see the next 3 to 4 sums based on the formulas.